done. Let's go.
Serious comedians in the Western genre. Let me start out by saying there are many Western actors in the genre that have tickled our funny bones from time to time. Even John Wayne has had us in stitches at times. Today we are talking about actors that were already established comedians who played in Western movies, not always in comic roles, sometimes as straight roles. If you enjoy this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. Head over to my channel if you want to check out my many other videos. The link is in the description. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I do appreciate it. Let's get into it. Dean Martin, 1917 to 1975. Martin was known primarily as a crooner, also played opposite Jerry Lewis as a comic duo. Just before he broke with Lewis in '56, they made their only Western, Partners, 1956, as Slim Mosley Jr. Martin and Lewis are sons of former ranch partners. Lewis, raised by his millionaire mother, follows visiting Martin back to the Old West to learn how to be a cowboy. The ranch where Martin is foreman is in financial trouble, and with Lewis's unorthodox help, the good guys win out. Rio Bravo, 1959, as Dude, a small-town sheriff in the American West, enlists the help of a disabled man, a drunk, a young gunfighter, in his efforts to hold in jail the brother of the local bad guy. Three Sergeants, 1962. As Sergeant Chip Deal, helped by his Rat Pack buddies Frank Sinatra, Peter Lawford and Sammy Davis Jr., one of the fastest actors drawing a sidearm. Three cavalry officers and a bugler work together to thwart a Native American chief, intent on uniting local tribes against the white man. Five-Card Stud, 1968, as Van Morgan. The players in an ongoing poker game are being mysteriously killed off, one by one. Four for Texas, 1963, as Joe Jarrett. Zach Thomas is a tough guy who hooks up with Joe Jarrett to open a casino. Bandolero, 1968, as D. Bishop. Mace Bishop, James Stewart, masquerades as a hangman in order to save his outlaw brother, Dean Martin, from the gallows. Runs to Mexico, chased by Sheriff July Johnson, George Kennedy's posse, and fights against Mexican bandits. Rough Night in Jericho, 1967, as Alex Flood. A former deputy and a strong-willed widow are determined to stop a ruthless town boss. Something Big, 1971, as Joe Baker. A man kidnaps the wife of a cavalry commander in order to exchange her for a Gatling gun that's being sold by a gun runner. The Sons of Katie Elder, 1965, as Tom Elder. Ranch owner Katie Elder's four sons determined to avenge the murder of their father and the swindling of their mother. Texas Across the River, 1966, as Sam Hollis. In 1845 Texas, a Louisiana belle is courted by a wanted Spanish nobleman and a Texas brawling gun runner, but her suitor's passionate duel is interrupted by the cavalry and a Comanche attack. Showdown, 1973, as Bill Macy. Two men who have been friends since childhood find themselves on opposite ends of the law. Jerry Lewis, 1926 to 2016, Partners, 1956, as Wade Kingsley Jr. A rich mama's boy returns west with the son of his murdered father's partner to foil a gang trying to gain control of his family ranch. Also a partner with Dean Martin, Lewis's only western. Strangely, like Sammy Davis Jr., also one of the fastest Hollywood actors drawing a sidearm. Bob Hope, 1903 to 2003. Paleface, 1948, as Painless Peter Potter. Calamity Jane is dispatched to find out who's smuggling rifles to the Indians and winds up married to a hapless correspondence school dentist as part of her cover. Son of Paleface, 1952, as Peter Potter Jr. Junior Potter returns to claim his father's gold, which is nowhere to be found. Mike is the luscious head of a gang of thieves, and Roy Barton is the federal marshal hot on her trail. Alias Jesse James, 1959, as Milford Farnsworth. Outlaw TJ, Jesse James, tries to kill insurance agent Milford Farnsworth, who has been mistaken for him in order to collect on a big policy.
Way out of all kinds of trouble.
The next three comedians all appeared in Blazing Saddles, by no means the only comedians, but the main three. Mel Brooks, born 1926, Blazing Saddles, 1979, as Governor Lepetamain. In order to ruin a western town, a corrupt politician appoints a black sheriff, who promptly becomes his formidable adversary. Harvey Korman, 1927 to 2008, Blazing Saddles, as Hedley Lamar. Gene Wilder, 1933 to 2016,
Hey, boys!
Blazing Saddles, as Jim.
Look what I got here!
The Frisco Kid, 1979, as Avram. A Polish rabbi wanders through the Old West on his way to lead a synagogue in San Francisco. On the way, he is nearly burned at the stake by Native Americans and almost killed by outlaws.
So get ready for the adventures of the greatest cowboy who ever rode into the Wild West.
Stan Laurel, 1890 to 1965, and Oliver Hardy, 1892 to 1957. Way Out West, 1937. Stan Laurel as Stan Laurel, Oliver Hardy as Oliver Hardy. Stanley and Ollie are enlisted to deliver the deed to a gold mine in a small village, only for it to be stolen. Ollie was also in The Fighting Kentuckians as a sidekick with John Wayne.
I was laying up under that big sycamore just as comfortable as could be. Didn't even hear first call.
John Belushi, 1949 to 1982, Going South. 1978, as Hector, and Danny DeVito, born 1944, as Hog, with Christopher Lloyd as Toefield. Due to the lack of men after the Civil War, a small western town allows a bachelorette with ulterior motives to save a horse thief from the gallows by marrying him. They must deal with his old gang, the sheriff, the bank, and each other. Steve Martin, born 1945, as Lucky Day. Chevy Chase, born 1943, as Dusty Bottoms. And Martin Short, born 1950, as Ned Nederlander. All three appear in Three Amigos, 1986. Three actors accept an invitation to a Mexican village to perform their on-screen banded fighter roles, unaware it is the real thing.
These Yankees! Not so fast, El Guapo!
Billy Crystal, born 1948, in City Slickers 1 and 2, as Mitch Robbins. On the verge of turning 40, an unhappy Manhattan yuppie
Hi, boys.
is
How are
roped
you?
into joining his two friends on a
Yeah,
cattle
just
drive
roping over
in the
there, but
southwest.
Mosey on over. You know, I'd never moseyed before. Hope I did it correctly. I mean, I've walked, I've ambled. I even sashayed once, but that was in front of the draft board.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.